What's up, people? Before you watch this video, can you please like, comment, and share this video? Make sure you subscribe, man. I mean, the subscriptions matter as well. Just subscribe and get more content. Every day you get new videos, so, what are you losing, right? But anyway, today we're talking about my boy Desiigner. We already did a Copper Squad episode and I already did the Fall Off. If you haven't watched those, go to the catalog and watch those. I'm going to start tagging these in the comment section, description. You got a little circle like, the professional YouTubes, put them right here. So you just tap on that girl right there. But I ain't there yet. I gotta get some more time to do all this stuff, man. I'm grinding hard. So Desiigner, he wants to get out of this deal with good music. They announced it about 2 weeks ago. He said on Twitter, and I think everybody knew from the start, at least a year and a half ago, that he'd been wanting to be released from good music. The problem is, I don't know how legal binding that contract is, and two, I don't know if Def Jam's gonna let him go. I would at this point. It's been 3 years. He's not gonna have another hit. Timmy Turner was his last song anybody knew him for. And I don't know if it's Kanye keeping him hostage or Def Jam. I don't know which one it is. It might be both. Shout out to the Rap Critic, man. If you don't watch him, you guys should check him out. The Rap Critic, he said this in his video of Panda a couple years ago. He said we're gonna hear a story about a guy that got cheated out of his money, that wants to release his label, and is lacking success after they took advantage of him in his hit. I think Kanye, that was the opportunity he took. Just like you have to do it when the iron's hot. He heard that sound of Desiigner. He heard Future. He's friends with Future. At the time, Future was dating Sierra. He was dating Kim. Well, he married to her now. They had the song Trophies. He's also had Future feature on a couple other songs. So he knows Future. One, personally. Second, he knows Future was one of the hot, and still is definitely a hot trap rapper. But in 2016, that was around his peak time. From 2015 to 2017, that's Future's peak of his career right there. You have Dirty Sprite 2 debut at #1, a double platinum album. Where You At with Drake, Trap Niggas, Bag a Day, the new, the Free Code, the new version. He has all types of bangers on the album. So he was the hottest dude in the streets and in the mainstream with Where You At, a 3 times platinum song. In 2016, he had the mixtape with Drake, What a Time to Be Alive. Jumpman was on the radio. So you gotta think about it. At the time when Kanye saw Desiigner, he was like, yo, this dude can obviously steal some of Future's wave because he's from New York. He'll have the backing of the city on him. He sounds just like Future and he has a lot of energy. So he knew that this would be a great opportunity. He picked up Desiigner, signed him, put him on his album, remixed and then released a single, and the rest is history. Now, personally, I think if Desiigner gets out of his deal, what's next for Desiigner? What does he do? I don't think there's any repackaging he can really do. The only hope for Desiigner is that he can be like Tiger and Wale and Sean Paul and Lil Jon, all these guys who were once relevant and have a hit a couple years later. That's the only thing he can hope for. Tiger had it with Taste. Wale has right now with On Chill. Watch my video on Wale. Just made that last night. Wale has on Chill, his comeback single. Lil Jon was on Turn Out For What. Sean Paul was on Rockabye and on Cheap Thrill. So he had a couple top 10 hits. So every artist can usually return to have another hit 4 or 5 years later. Fetty Wap might possibly have that soon. It's been 4 years, so we might see a person remix his voice, so somebody might sample his song. He might get a feature credit on the big song and blow up again. Well, that's all we can hope for. But Desiigner, that's the only thing he can hope for, because there's nobody that's interested in this guy's album. He could possibly put out his album. It's too late. He already released New English. They weren't impressed by that. Or debut #22, never went gold or platinum. Panda's the only thing he has. Timmy Turner's the second thing he has. And Champions is the other thing he has. Without Kanye, basically those 3 things are null and void. Everything else he's tried and released, I agree some of the stuff sounds decent, but it's like, what else do you have to look forward to with Desiigner? He's not a deep rapper. He's not a lyricist. So he already lost those fans, the conscious woke fans. As a lit artist, he's pretty lit, but the problem is you have Young Thug, Future, Little Baby, Gunna, Party Next Door, PNB Rock. He could do the sad, lit type song. You have Wine Lucci. You have all these trap rappers from Atlanta. The ones from New York, A Boogie. He's one of the biggest artists up there right now. Cardi B make lit songs every once in a while. You have Lil TJ on the rise, French Montana. New York is oversaturated with artists. So the city not even worry about you anymore because they still have They still have ASAP. They have a lot of people they could cheer for and root for in the city, and right now you're just not one of them. So he doesn't have a city on his side. He can't go down south and continue to use the Future thing. Cause Future embraced Young Thug. He didn't embrace Desiigner. So that means that Young Thug, Future, and all those dudes in Atlanta that have the similar sounds, they don't even mess with Desiigner like that. So he can't even ride that wave. And NLE Chopper, he's becoming one of the more lit type of drill rappers. So that's kind of taking Desiigner's spot. So what else will he do? And he could go into Tyler the Creator mode and be the weird artistic type rapper, but I don't think he has it in him. And lastly, you go to Lil Dicky and the Weird Al route and be the comedy rapper, but I don't think he's funny. He just makes noises. And that's another thing. Making noises, that's kind of the Migos thing. So what are you going to do then? So Desiigner, his best choice and his best thing he could do, cause I see him, he's about to become a Soulja Boy. He's been making wild Instagram lives, arguing with different people, weird cryptic tweets and sentences. He's going to start acting now. I know he will. But before you do that, my advice to Desiigner is this. I hope that he's already made investments in other things. I hope he's already saved his money. Because musically, unless you find your way to weasel out of this deal and somehow become an executive or become on the board of one of these labels and work behind the scenes and blow up another rapper or start working at somebody else's label, unless you try to get in the corporate business world of music or go somewhere else and invest and try to get a return on what you got, I don't see any other way for him to do it. So let me know what you think. Do you think he can reinvent himself at all? I know I did a Copper Squad episode on him. I said what he could possibly do, but it seems very slim now because we're almost 4 years since your peak. And usually if you don't catch fire again within 2 years, you usually don't return. Because Future was on a downward spiral for a little while. He had Pluto, they had Honest, and the albums did decently, but the singles wise, he wasn't doing as well. Same thing with Ray Shremmer. They was hot when he first came out. But then when the second Scrum Life 2 came out, it only debuted number 7 and slowly fell out on the charts. And nothing off the album was working. If it wasn't for the Mannequin Challenge, Ray Shremmer might not even be a thing in 2019. Sway Lee probably would have been just abandoned the group. Same thing with the Migos. The Migos been trapping and been in the club scene in Atlanta and the South for years. But Bad and Bougie didn't happen at this point. I don't think the Migos would be even releasing studio albums. They'd just have a bunch of mixtapes. And Quality Control may never be the same because without the Migos success, I think Lil Baby would have made a splash, but who knows what would happen with the City Girls, Lil Yachty, and, Rich the Kid, because Rich the Kid has that connection with the Migos. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think Desiigner can reinvent himself, or do you think it's basically over for the guy? He needs to just go ahead and get out this deal, save his chips, and try to do something else with his life. This has been your boy Chef from Off the Dome. I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because, when you subscribe, you get new videos like this every single day. And we're going to keep giving you them every day because, it's all out the dome. So I got plenty of ideas. Peace out, guys.